Morning, you legends. I was having a really nice chat with a friend of mine yesterday, and we were talking about basically this guy's run his own business for many years, successful business, but he now finds himself in a sole contributor sales role because he's moved interstate and sort of rebuilding. And he said to me, he's like, I don't want to spend too much time out of leadership because I don't want to lose everything I've learned. And it sort of came to me in that moment because I'm in a little bit of a similar scenario where leadership's my passion. I've led big teams before, but now I'm in a sole contributor role because I changed industries and sort of to an extent started again. Anyway, I said to him, mate, I said, the way that you keep touch with what it is to be a great leader is the same way you do it when you're in a leadership role. And that is just by leading by example. There is no situation in the world that you can be in where you're not a leader, even if it's to yourself, reaffirming who you are by making the right choices and making the right moral decisions that align with your values, but just ultimately behaving in a way that great leaders would appreciate. And that's the ultimate example of a great leader, is one that has the ability to lead by example. Very quickly, my wife and I were talking to my daughter yesterday because, as young kids do, she's 4.5 years old, she was making up a story but pretending that it was true. And we as most parents do, we know when she's doing this. But then we started talking to her about, making up fibs, making up stories and pretending them to be true and the impact that can have. And then it came to me that I also had to say to her, by the way, just so you know, Mummy and Daddy need to do the same, because it's not easy. Sometimes we make up stories and we lie too. So we just want you to know that we're not just telling you to do this, we're telling ourselves to do this as well. And that's how you lead by example.